Hello my friends, how are you doing? It's been a little while since I've been on this platform, and not that that matters in any way whatsoever, but I do feel now pulled to just share a little bit. Why share anything really? And this has also been part of the reason for my quietude or withdrawal from these kind of platforms in the last month or so. Since this explosion of AI and the use of it, so ChatGPT and all the rest of that, and just seeing how fast this technology is infiltrating the digital sphere, I just felt I really needed to kind of pull back for a few reasons. One of them, just a sense of like overwhelm and re-evaluation about what is actually the point of all of these kind of things. And the second one is I'm literally on the brink of about to release my first single that I've produced myself. And it's coming at this time where there's this debate about AI music is literally starting to replace artists. And it's just so interesting. Even as I'm saying it, I kind of like find it funny because of course it can't. And at the same time, the reality is, and I've been listening to someone called Rick Beato, who's an amazing guy on YouTube, talking about, he's an expert in music, and listening to this AI music and evaluating it. And although it's trash, although it's like you can't remember anything about it, and of course it hasn't got that something from a human, it is listenable. And he does insist that people will be listening to this, companies will be using this music in not so long a future, probably already now, because it's royalty free. So it really has thrown me into a kind of a state of reevaluation as somebody who is an aspiring artist, I would say, and I put a lot of time at least thinking about my creations, even though it's always a struggle to get them to a point of completion and sharing and everything that comes with. Anyway, if any of you know and you're on a creative journey, there is so much, it really confronts you with yourself. And so these are two things that I've really been thinking about. And I guess the conclusions that I've drawn, and which I am drawing and also through just sharing now, is the absolute essential, what must be essential, that we come back to basic communication, conversation, and feeling that things should not be dressed up too much anymore. It's like, well, all the dress up is what feels fake now and what feels inauthentic. And in a certain way, could this be permission to relax and let go, like not even bother, like with any kind of filtering, like stop bothering trying to edit things really crazily good and raising the bar of aesthetics, and instead focus on what really is behind everything. And the other side of things, where it comes to the creative aspect, it's like it's even more imperative to bring forth music, even, or whatever that art for you may be, for me may be. I've recently been just taking absolute delight in making homemade birthday cards, or just decorating a box with PVA glue and scraps of wrapping paper, and finding it to be like the most wondrous activity, where I would say I went into kind of a trance whilst doing these things, and it just felt like, okay, well, this has something real in it. It may not be perfect, but in fact the flaws of it suddenly shine more than they ever did before. And so that's just all my thoughts for the day. I'm really interested in your thoughts also, and this as a conversation. And perhaps I'll make some more videos of this nature regarding how this relates to sound and Ayurveda. Also, my single will be out very soon, and more on that very soon. Much love.